You want to buy a power rack for your home gym, and you've got exactly one chance not to screw it up. Today, I'm going to be giving you my 2-year review of the PR 4000 from Rep Fitness Equipment, and I'm going to compare it against the current competition. The No Fake channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and whatever power rack you ultimately buy, cheap or expensive, foreign or American, it's going to outlive you. So that's why it's so important that you make the right decision, the perfect decision for you, or just live with the consequences. Now, if you already own a power rack, I want to know from you, comment down below how you made that decision process. So why did I initially go with the PR 4000 from Rep Fitness? Why did I pull that trigger? The truth is, cost. At the time, Rep Fitness did not have free shipping, but that proved to be my advantage. I was putting in such a large order with the power rack and a bunch of accessories and some plates that I was able to cap that shipping. So a lot of my order essentially shipped for free at the reduced Rep Fitness price point. And when I did apples to apples comparison, I got this at almost the exact same price as Titan Fitness's power rack, but I was able to get the personalized color I wanted for the cross members as well as the uprights. And the cherry on top was that 1-inch spacing through the benching region. After over 2 years of owning the PR 4000, I can honestly say I lucked out. I had no way of knowing that Rep Fitness was going to be so dedicated to their flagship power racks, the 5000 and the 4000. In that time, they have released a number of different accessories as well as amazing attachments like their selectorized lat pull down, their Athena functional trainer, and their Aries. They've also added even more color options, and they've upgraded and improved their uprights. Now, every side of the upright has the same hole pattern, giving you more vertical real estate on your power rack. Now, in that timetable, how is my power rack held up? It has the same exact color as when I first bought it, and the only scratches and dings are the ones that I stupidly put in when I wasn't being careful enough when loading and unloading my barbell. Timeout. You have all been using my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video. And when you use those links, they do support the channel, they support my energy drink addiction, and it's greatly appreciated. When you use those links, let me know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation. Why didn't I go with Titan Fitness, and why wouldn't I recommend them now? They do have an equivalent power rack to the PR 4000, and they are known for having very low prices. At the time, I just simply dodged a bullet. Price point wise, they were just under Rep Fitness, but they didn't have the color options that I wanted, so I went with Rep Fitness. Since then, they have done absolutely nothing in terms of releasing new accessories or attachments and have shown no inclination for new innovations on improving their existing power rack lineup. The PR 5000 does have a bigger, beefier, nicer rear plate. It's also going to add a little bit more stability because of that 1-inch hardware. Keep in mind that is less of a factor if you have anything at all that will improve stability, like front feet, a rear stabilizer, the Aries, the Athena, whether it's a 6-post power rack and you've got additional weight attached to it, that's all going to help minimize that differential in the stability. The 5000 does have numbering on every individual hole. The 4000, it's every 5 holes, but after a few weeks, honestly, I didn't notice it and I don't miss it. I know exactly where and how I want to line up my J-cups as well as my safeties. You have a lot of people coming to your home gym and changing stuff up from time to time. You may want to consider the 5000 only because it's going to be easier for them to set their safeties appropriately. Rogue Fitness. The biggest complaint, criticism, critique, and knock on my YouTube channel is that I don't own and review enough of their equipment. I'll tell you straight, they make great power racks. They've got all different shapes, sizes, color options. They're made in America. Their coatings are fantastic, but their prices are high. I'm not saying those prices aren't worth it. If you want to buy an American-made product, you gotta
pay that man his money.
And at the time, I just didn't have the money to afford it. And I just figured the money I saved from Rogue Fitness, I was able to buy a whole lot more equipment for my home gym. Rogue Fitness is so expensive that Bells of Steel went out of their way to build a true 3x3 power rack so all their attachments will work with Rogue Fitness. And a lot of people who own Rogue racks are moving towards Bells of Steel attachments to save that money. You realize by now that I believe the PR4000 has a fantastic cost to performance ratio, that it delivers exceptionally high value, and clearly Rep Fitness hasn't given up on this power rack. They continue to innovate improvements to the rack as well as attachments and accessories. But I'm not blind to the fact that for many of you, budget is a major concern. I've been there. We've all been there before at one point in our lives, and it's okay. If you need to go budget, I'm going to tell you, go extreme budget. Go to Amazon, buy the cheapest of the cheap with power racks. Reason being, we've seen drop tests, we've seen studies. They hold up. They're going to get the job done. They're not going to be pretty. You're not going to be exceptionally happy with them, but you can absolutely lift off them. And in a few years, when you go to sell that power rack, you're not going to take a very big loss because you didn't pay much money for it anyway. And at that point, when you've got money in your pocket and you know exactly what you want and where you're going to be and you're in a good situation, you can pick up the PR4000 from Rep Fitness. If I could do it again, would I still buy the Rep Fitness PR4000? The first time around, yeah, it was honest sheer luck. I didn't know at the time that Rep Fitness was going to be so dedicated to their main flagship power racks and do so much innovation for attachments and accessories. But today, that PR4000 is even better, even more value, since they've got all their attachments, the Aries, the Athena, since they've added color options, and since they've improved those uprights, giving you more vertical real estate. No one who's ever bought the PR5000 has come back to complain, at least that I've heard, but do know that when you pay that extra money, you're doing so for the nice fancy nameplate in the rear and the additional numbering on every hole. Where did I go wrong? What did I miss? What questions do you still have? Drop them in the comments below. If you made it this far in the video, you and I are like Budweiser and really bad marketing. We're like Titan Fitness and being asleep at the wheel. We're like backwards hats and over the top. Best friends, thanks for making it all the way to the end. Check out the links in the description of today's video and never save anything for the trip back.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.